victory over the Giants, but San Jose 12 hits, including a couple of big home runs here yesterday for the 13-5 rout. Mark Medikazi getting the ball game off on the right foot for the home club. A 3-run home run in the bottom of the first inning, capping a 4-run frame, and the Giants never looked back, at one point owning a 12-1 lead in that ball game yesterday before coasting to the 13-5 victory. Today, San Jose will send to the mound right-hander Brooks McNiven. McNiven recently inserted into this starting rotation, made his first start earlier this week and threw the ball very well at John Thurman Field against the Modesto Nuts. McNiven throwing 5 solid innings with just 1 run allowed, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. So just the second start of the year for McNiven, but very familiar with this role. Was a full-time starter with the San Jose Giants back in 2004, and also started some ball games down the stretch for the Giants a year ago. On the season, McNiven an even 3-3 with an excellent 2.92 earned run average. Giants hitters figure to have their hands full today as they'll be facing the hard-throwing right-hander Jose Arredondo. Arredondo, a converted shortstop, and he leads the entire California League in strikeouts, a whopping 85 in just 61 innings pitched. He's put up some outstanding numbers, just a 3-4 record, but an excellent 2.21 ERA as a full-time member of this rotation. So a couple of right-handers both throwing very well early in this season throughout the first half, and we expect another low-scoring game here today at Municipal Stadium. The Giants, with yesterday's win, improved their overall record to 38-25. They have a 5-game lead over the second-place Modesto Nuts. Modesto winning yesterday in come-from-behind fashion 9-5 at Bakersfield. So the magic number reduced by just 1, right now at 4 over the Nuts. The Giants still very much in control of this race with a 5-game lead, and just 7 games remain for the Giants, including today. Speaking of Modesto, they are in action down in Bakersfield again this afternoon, the 3rd game of a 4-game series between the Nuts and the Blaze, and they are just underway. We'll certainly keep tabs on that ball game throughout the afternoon. We'll take a quick break here on the Giants pregame show. Come back with an in-depth look at that starting pitching matchup, plus much more, right after this here on SJGiants.com. Back here on the Giants pregame show is San Jose getting set to take on the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes in the rubber match of this 3-game series. The Quakes winners 3-0 on Friday night before the Giants bounce back with a decisive 13-5 win yesterday. A balanced offensive attack. 5 different players in the lineup with multi-hit games. Mark Medikazi, one of those. The Giants' second baseman, a home run and 5 RBIs in yesterday's ballgame. Steve Holm also with a home run for the Giants, his team-leading 6th of the year. Tonight, the Giants with Brooks McNiven on the mound. The right-hander, his second start of the year. McNiven, a control pitcher. He's walked just 8 batters in 37 innings. So he certainly will expect Brooks to be around the plate. He's averaging nearly a strikeout per inning pitched. His 3rd season in the California League with the San Jose Giants. And he has certainly risen to the occasion in this first half. Part of this pitching staff for the Giants that ranks right up near the top of the league. And really reason number 1 why the Giants sport the top overall record at 38-25. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes are a 500 team, 31-31, a 3-way tie for second in the South Division. They are 4 games back of first place Inland Empire, and the Quakes certainly think they have an excellent shot to win this series with their ace on the mound tonight, Jose Arredondo. Arredondo, the 85 strikeouts compared to just 25 walks this year in 61 innings pitched, a 2.21 ERA. Made a brief start against the Giants last month at the Epicenter. We'll talk more about that a little bit later on. Well, the Giants are taking the field. We're getting set for baseball. That'll do it for today's pregame show. Stay tuned. The lineups and first pitch are coming up next. You're listening to the defending California League champion San Jose Giants on the web at sjgiants.com. Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to another edition of San Jose Giants Baseball. I'm Joe Rizzo, broadcasting live here at Municipal Stadium, where it is game number 3 of a 3-game series between the Giants and the visiting Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Let's get right to today's starting lineups. First, for the Quakes, an LA Angels of Anaheim affiliate. They'll lead it off with their center fielder this afternoon, Josh LeBlanc. Cliff Remily is over at first base today, and Remily is batting second. The third baseman, Freddy Sandoval, is hitting third. Pat Riley in the cleanup spot in the order today. He is out in left field. The shortstop, Sean Rodriguez, leads this club with 10 home runs. Hits that 10th home run here on Friday night. He is batting fifth here on this ball game. The DH, Ben Johnson, is hitting sixth. In right field, batting seventh, it'll be Drew Toussaint. Tim Duff is the catcher today, and Duff is batting eighth. And over at second base, hitting ninth, it is Nate Sutton. So again for the Quakes, LeBlanc, Remily, Sandoval, Riley, Rodriguez, Johnson, Toussaint, Duff, and Sutton. For the San Jose Giants, 38-25, owners of a 5-game lead in the first half North Division race. They'll lead it off with their shortstop, Marcus Sanders. Sanders had a day off yesterday, had a couple of hits and a stolen base back in the ballgame on Friday. Catcher Todd Jennings back in the lineup. He is hitting second. Over at first base, batting third, it is Julio Cordito. The left fielder today, batting fourth, Carlos Sosa. Brian Horwitz getting the day off, at least from a starter's role, available to pinch hit if needed. Mark Menikazi, one of the offensive stars yesterday, a home run and 5 RBIs. He is batting fifth, and at that familiar second base position. Right fielder John Bowker is in the number 6 spot. Over at third base, batting seventh, it is Tim Hudding. The DH Mike Wagner hits eighth, and in center field, batting ninth, it'll be Pat Dobson. So again for the Giants, Sanders, Jennings, Cordito, Sosa, Menikazi, Bowker, Hudding, Wagner, and Dobson. On the mound, it's the right-hander Brooks McNiven. McNiven will turn 25 years of age next week. He's making just his second start of the year after 15 relief appearances to begin the season, and McNiven having an excellent year. He's 3-3 with a 2.92 earned run average. Day baseball here at Municipal Stadium. Partly cloudy skies over the ballpark. And a game-time temperature at 73 degrees as a soft wind blowing out to left center. Giants in their black uniforms today with the white pants, black socks, and black hats. Rancho Cucamonga in their road grays with the black sleeves and black hats. And we're set for baseball. And the first pitch of this ball game, this is low and in to the leadoff man, Josh LeBlanc. LeBlanc, a left-handed hitter at .222 on the year, 1 home run and 16 RBIs. Both corners in here for the Giants, and McNiven misses in the dirt for ball 2. Mentioned it in the pregame show, McNiven in that first start threw the ball very well, 5 innings in Modesto. Last Tuesday night, there's a strike over the middle to LeBlanc, and it's 2-1. And McNiven allowed just 1 run, left with the lead. Giants bullpen unable to hold it. In that loss to the Nuts is LeBlanc off the end of his bat, a foul back to the screen. And the count runs to 2-2. LeBlanc to be followed by Cliff Remily and Freddy Sandoval in this first inning is the 2-2 from McNiven. Swung on and missed, strike 3. A high fastball at 90 miles an hour gets LeBlanc for the first out of this ball game. The Giants defensively today behind McNiven with Carlos Sosa in left. Pat Dobson is the center fielder, and in right it's John Bowker. Across the infield from third to first, Tim Hudding, Marcus Sanders, Mark Menikazi, and Julio Cordito. Todd Jennings doing the catching for Brooks McNiven, the tall, lanky right-hander, 6'5", 180 pounds. A fourth-round draft selection back in 2003, and he pours in strike 1 to Cliff Remily. Remily, another left-handed hitter in this Quakes lineup, batting at .308 on the year with 2 home runs and 20 RBIs. And a fastball is off the inside corner to the Rancho first baseman. It's 1-1. McNiven likes to work quickly out of the windup. The high leg kick and the 1-1 pitch is popped foul over the screen and out of play for strike 2. Giants have a relatively rested bullpen for this ball game after Jesus Reyna threw a complete game on Friday. As the 1-2, Remily off the end of his bat, chops one to short, softly hit. Sanders charges, fields, and throws across in time to get Remily for out number 2. And then yesterday, Anthony Moreno, 5 quality innings before Adam Gardner, Darren Sack, and Ben Cox completed the contest. Giants had a very comfortable lead in the late innings. The likes of Brian Anderson, Justin Hedrick, Nathan Penley all have yet to see action in this series. As Freddy Sandoval on the first pitch pops one foul on the left side, and that'll reach the seats for strike 1. Sandoval, a switch hitter batting from the left side, .288 on the year, with 2 home runs and 17 RBIs. Bats with an open stance, and the 0-1 is lined sharply foul, however, slicing down the left field line into the first row of the bleachers. And McNiven out ahead of another hitter. It's 0-2. McNiven in 37 innings this year, just 8 walks, 35 strikeouts. As his 0-2 to Sandoval, swung on and missed, strike 3, went below the zone there. Sandoval couldn't catch up to it, and the inning is over. So a strikeout to end this top of the first, 2 punch-outs in the inning for McNiven, also a ground out, and a very impressive start for the Giants right-hander. We're through half an inning. It's the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, nothing, and the Giants coming to bat. Here come the Giants, bottom half of the first inning, 0-0. The final game of this series with the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. This is the first visit of the year to Municipal Stadium for Rancho Cucamonga. They'll be back on the 4th of July to begin another 3-game set. Giants swept the Quakes back at the Epicenter in May, as Marcus Sanders stands in and takes a strike from Jose Arredondo, the hard-throwing right-hander for Rancho Cucamonga. Quickly back to the plate, and a fastball is high to Sanders. It's 1-1. Sanders batting right-handed, a .217 average on the year, 8 doubles, no home runs, and 17 RBIs. And a fastball misses well high and away to Marcus Sanders. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Todd Jennings to follow, and then Julio Cordito will bat third. Arredondo to the plate. The 2-1 is popped up foul over the screen and out of play. Evens the count at 2-2. Arredondo, a hard thrower, fastball into the mid-90s. A big reason why he leads the California League in strikeouts with 85 in just 61 innings pitched. Out of the wind, and the 2-2 to Sanders is high and in near his hands, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count is full. Arredondo, a native of the Dominican Republic, 6 feet tall, 170 pounds. 22 years of age. The payoff to Sanders, a swing and a chopper to third on a high backhand. Fielding it is Sandoval. A throw across the diamond, and it's just in time to get Sanders by a half a step, if that. No argument from the speedy shortstop. Nice play from Sandoval. Had to wait on that chopper, and with all the speed that Sanders puts on a play like that, had to gun it across the diamond, and it was just in time for the first out. Here's Todd Jennings, Giants catcher, at .285 on the year, 11 doubles, no home runs, and 18 RBIs. And the first pitch to Jennings is lined sharply into left field. That'll drop in for a hit, headed towards the corner and up against the wall. Jennings around first, digging for second, as Riley digs it out of the corner and fires it into the infield. Not nearly in time to get Jennings, however, who cruises into second base with a stand-up double. So Jennings not wasting any time, and you can imagine the Giants will be aggressive early in the count against Arredondo today. With all the strikeouts he is liable to rack up, you want to get him early, and Jennings did just that, and he's put himself into scoring position with just 1 out for Julio Cordito. Just underway, 0-0 here in the bottom of the first. Cordito, one of the hotter hitters right now in this Giants lineup. The average up to .282, 3 homers, 24 RBIs, and the first pitch is pop foul along the right side. And back out of play for strike 1. Cordito had 2 more hits yesterday, batting in the number 2 spot in the lineup. 2 for 3, a couple of singles, a couple of runs scored, and an RBI. Making another start at first base is the 0-1. Breaking ball is high and in from Arredondo. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Carlos Sosa to follow. Giants looking to draw first blood here in the ball game today. Arredondo, a high set. The 1-1 pitch to Cordito. Another swing and another pop-up foul. Backing out of play above the Giants' dugout for strike 2. Arredondo will also throw a slider and a changeup in addition to that mid-90s fastball. This is his 12th start of the year. Has been in the Quakes rotation the entire season up to this point. And now he'll spin off the pitching rubber and look Jennings back to second. Nobody covering. And Jennings back in easily. Arredondo, actually a converted shortstop, began his career as an infielder in the Angels organization back in 2002. Signing as a non-drafted free agent out of the Dominican Republic. Hit .250 and a little over 300 at-bats spanning 3 seasons as an infielder. Never above rookie ball, however. As a 1-2 breaking ball doesn't break. It's high and in over the head of Cordito, and the catcher, Tim Duff, able to make that play. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Late in that 2004 season, was converted to a pitcher at the rookie level, threw well out of the bullpen, and then got a chance to start in the Pioneer League last season as Cordito is swinging a foul back over our heads and out of play. And we'll do the 2-2 all over again. Arredondo went 5-0 last year, 13 starts, a 4.19 ERA, averaging nearly a strikeout per inning in the Pioneer League, which is kind of an advanced rookie level. Really being challenged this year, getting placed in the Cal League, and he has met all of those challenges up to this point. The 2-2, Cordito swings and lifts a pop-up, foul territory, first base side, Remily going over, but it's just out of his reach. A few rows deep into the bleachers, just past the Giants' dugout. And Cordito putting up a good fight here. It's 2-2. And Arredondo, 22 years of age, and certainly one of the top starting pitchers in this California League. In addition to leading the league in strikeouts, he's also 3rd in ERA. Just a few points behind Nick Pereira, the Giants ace, who is 2nd. Arredondo, a high set. The 2-2 pitch is swinging a foul straight back. Breaking ball catching a good portion of the plate there. Cordito got a piece of it. Next pitch will be the 8th of this at-bat. A lengthy battle here being put up by Julio Cordito. Todd Jennings, who doubled, is over at second base. 1 out here in a 0-0 ball game. Home half of the first. The 2-2 to Cordito is down low, ball 3. That fastball registering 97 miles an hour. Down below the zone, a good take there from Cordito, and he's worked the count full at 3-2. Like the Giants, the strength of this Rancho Cucamonga team is their pitching. Very capable starters and relievers. The Quakes have a team ERA under 4. Arredondo, a high set, the payoff pitch, and it just misses. Low, maybe inside, a very close pitch, and what an at-bat from Julio Cordito. Able to draw the walk. Putting a couple of runners on here for the Giants. Back with the standard California League umpires today for the first time this year. Michael Lusky is behind the plate. Brett Robson on the bases. Back to the 2-man crew. The labor dispute with all minor league umpires was settled a couple of weeks ago, and back to work today. And we'll see how that might affect the ball game as Carlos Sosa, batting left-handed, takes a breaking ball high from Arredondo, 1-0. Sosa, 322, a home run, 13 RBIs. Yesterday went 2 for 5. Both hits were singles, also 3 runs batted in. 2 on, 1 out for the Giants. And the 1-0 to Sosa, swinging a chopper to second. Charging is Sutton. He flips to second for 1, and out is recorded as Rodriguez loses the baseball. But Robson, the base umpire, says he did have control long enough, losing the ball on the exchange. Rodriguez knew he had to hurry if he wanted to try to complete a double play with Sosa hustling down the line. But an out was ruled there on Cordito, the force play. Ball was not hit particularly hard there from Sosa. It would have been very difficult to turn a double play. 2 outs here in the inning with runners on at the corners for Mark Menikazi. And Menikazi, a slump-busting game yesterday with a home run, 5 RBIs, a couple of hits and 4 at-bats. He averaged now at 262. He leads the Giants with 40 runs batted in. A right-handed hitter in the first pitch is a called strike into Menikazi, 0-1. Menikazi on the year with 7 doubles and 3 home runs. Handles the bat well from the right side. Center fielder LeBlanc shaded Menikazi well into right center. A lot of room in that left center power alley as Menikazi swings and misses for strike 2. LeBlanc joined by Pat Riley in left. Drew Toussaint is the right fielder. Sandoval at third. Sean Rodriguez the shortstop. And Nate Sutton, Cliff Remley at second and first base respectively. Tim Duff doing the catching for Arredondo. Was ahead of Menikazi, 0-2. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and missed. Strike 3, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball up above the zone. Menikazi down on 3 pitches, and the inning is over. The Giants 1 hit, 2 runners left, but no runs across here in this bottom half of the first. We head to the second. It's the Quakes nothing and the Giants nothing. Second inning, 0-0. The Giants and the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Brooks McNiven, a perfect 1-2-3, top of the first. A ground out sandwiched in between a couple of strikeouts. So they'll be facing the middle third of this Quakes lineup. Riley, Rodriguez, and Johnson. Pat Riley batting left-handed, and he swings at the first pitch and chops one right back to the mound. McNiven backing up fields, and he fires it over to first. And it's in time to get Riley one away. McNiven unloading on that throw over to Cordito. Kind of a riser. Cordito able to stay with it. And the high chopper, 1 pitch, 1 out. And a good start to the second inning for McNiven. That'll bring up Sean Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the leading home run hitter on this team with 10. 34 RBIs and a .281 average, but he has been slumping here of late. A right-handed batter, and he takes a fastball strike on the inner half from McNiven. Rodriguez just one hit in his last 16 at-bats. That hit was a home run against Jesus Reyna on Friday night. A check swing and a bouncer right at home plate. Rodriguez didn't mean to, a ball that was high and in. But it caught a piece of his bat for strike two. One out here in the top of the second. 0-0. McNiven out of the line, and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball called strike three on the outside corner. 91 miles an hour, perfectly placed. Knee high on the black. Not a whole lot Rodriguez can do with a pitch like that. Already 3 strikeouts up on the board for McNiven. And here is the designated hitter, Ben Johnson. McNiven has really turned himself into a strikeout pitcher this year. Was not known for that his first 2 seasons with the Giants. Always had the good control, but this year has maintained that excellent control while racking up the Ks as Johnson takes a strike at 0-1. Johnson, a switch hitter, batting left at .246 on the season, 5 homers and 23 RBIs. And the 0-1 from McNiven. Johnson reaches out, a soft liner, caught it short by the leaping Marcus Sanders. A couple of steps onto the outfield grass. What an acrobatic play there from Sanders, climbing the ladder and able to make a fantastic catch, robbing Johnson of a base hit. Nothing across for the Quakes in the top of the second. It'll be Bowker, Hutting, and Wagner due up for the Giants. The Quakes nothing, and the Giants nothing. Bottom of the second inning, 0-0. The Giants and the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. A 6-pitch top of the second for Brooks McNiven, with some help from his shortstop, Marcus Sanders. John Bowker batting left-handed leads it off, and the first pitch from Arredondo is a fastball low and away, 1-0. Bowker at .263 this season. 13 doubles, leads the team. Has a home run, 24 RBIs, and he takes his fastball strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Tim Hutting to follow, and then Mike Wagner after him. Arredondo, the late kick, the 1-1. Bowker swings and drives one deep center field. Hit well. LeBlanc is going back at the warning track. Now he stops, reaches up, and makes the catch for out number 1. Bowker driving one to straightaway center field. LeBlanc on the edge of the warning track in front of the 391 sign. Able to make that catch for the first out. Municipal Stadium, by and large, a pitcher's park, especially gap to gap. It's 395 out to deep right center. 340 down the right field line, 341 down the left field line. And the bullpens here inside the outfield fence. enclosed by a separate chain link fence, so favorable to the hitters if you hit it to straightaway right or left. As Tim Hudding, standing in, takes a strike, 0-1. Hudding, a .293 hitter this year with a home run and 8 RBIs. Batting right-handed, the 0-1 pitch, and a slider is high and away, 1-1. In Bakersfield today, the Blaze an early 3-0 lead over the Modesto Nuts. Playing in the top half of the third. Afternoon game at Sam Lynn Ballpark as Hudding swings and grounds one right to third base. Late high hop for Sandoval as he plays it up into his body. Nicely done. And Sandoval fires it across the diamond in time to get Hudding 2 away. Ben Harrison connecting for a 2-run homer in that first inning for the Blaze. Harrison's 13th home run of the season, tying him for second in the league. 2 back of Lancaster's Mark Reynolds. Giants certainly keeping an eye on that Modesto ball game just in case. San Jose still very much in control of their own destiny as Mike Wagner takes a strike. It's 0-1. Wagner, a right-handed batter at .256 this year, 3 home runs and 20 RBIs. And the 0-1 from Arredondo, breaking ball. Wagner able to hold up on a swing, and it's 1-1. The Giants have a 5-game lead over the Nuts with 7 to play in the first half. That includes today's action. The 1-1 pitch, a swing and a bouncer pulled foul wide of third for strike 2. The magic number for the Giants at 4. Any combination of Giants wins or Modesto losses to equal 4 would clinch the title outright for the Giants. San Jose also a 7.5 game lead over Visalia in third place and an 8-game lead over fourth place Stockton. The Oaks leapfrogging the Ports with a 10-6 win at Banner Island Ballpark yesterday as Wagner swings and misses. A high and inside breaking ball it looked like. And Wagner couldn't catch up to it. Second strikeout for Arredondo. And the Giants go down in order in the bottom of the second. We move to the third. Score remains Rancho Cucamonga nothing and the Giants nothing. Back here at Municipal Stadium, I'm Joe Rizzo. Top of the third inning, 0-0. The Giants and Quakes as Drew Toussaint leads it off for Rancho, and he takes a fastball high and in from Brooks McNiven. Toussaint, Duff, and Sutton, 7, 8, and 9 to face McNiven. Has set down the first 6 batters that he has faced today as Toussaint swings and misses, tied up on an inside fastball, and it's 1-1. Toussaint at .232 this year, 9 home runs and 22 RBIs. And the 1-1 breaking ball is in for a strike. Knee high, it's 1-2. McNiven really a 4-pitch pitcher out there on the mound. A curveball and a slider, in addition to a changeup. Fastball that'll sit right around 90 miles an hour. It's the 1-2. There is the fastball, and it's high and in. Even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's always had the slider. He's really developed the curveball last couple of years here in San Jose. As Tucson check swing, and it's a foul ball right at home plate, picked up by Todd Jennings.
Here's another smash for cash lucky number. If you have lucky number,
working with Trevor Wilson, the pitching coach here the last couple of years, adding that pitch to McNiven's repertoire. Has settled into a role this year with the Giants. The 2-2. Tucson swings and bloops one shallow right field. Long run for Bowker coming in, and he won't get to it. It drops in, a base hit. Tucson did not hit that ball hard at all. Flaring one out into right towards the line. And no chance for John Bowker. And the first base runner of the afternoon for the Quakes. Here is the catcher, Tim Duff. Duff is just 6 for 42. With Rancho Cucamonga this year, that's a 143 average. A double, no home runs, and 2 RBIs as McNiven will check on Tucson over at first base. Duff, the backup catcher to Michael Collins. Collins, one of the leading hitters on this Rancho Cucamonga team, but has been struggling mightily of late. And the day game after an evening game, and so Duff gets the start for Collins today, as again McNiven will throw over to first base. McNiven was actually the opening day starter for the San Jose Giants back in 2004 and spent the majority of that year in the rotation. At a 4.35 ERA, led the club the 134 innings pitched. As Duff takes a fastball strike knee high from McNiven, 0-1. Started last year in the bullpen for the Giants, and again put up solid numbers, ended the year with a 4.24 ERA. Joined the rotation the final few weeks of the season, and was the key starting pitcher for the Giants, as again McNiven will check on Tucson over at first base. McNiven, though, kind of was bumped out of a spot in the playoff rotation last year. As again, he'll throw over to first, and Tucson back into the head first dive with Garrett Brushhouse returning from AAA and Jonathan Sanchez getting a call up from Augusta to bolster that playoff rotation last season. McNiven returned to his long relief role as timeout called. Tucson adjusting his pants over there behind the first base bag as McNiven has forced him to dive back in a few times here in this at-bat. 0-1 to Tim Duff. 0-0 the score, top of the third. Runner at first, nobody out. McNiven a long pause, the 0-1 pitch, and a breaking ball drops low to Duff. It's 1-1. McNiven found himself back in the bullpen to start this year, and having the best season of his 3 with the San Jose Giants. As again, a throw over to first. Tucson back in. Gordito applies the tag. Giants rotation, though, a bit unsettled over the last few weeks. Sakata making a couple of changes, one of which has Anthony Moreno back in the rotation for yesterday's ball game, and he threw well. Close play at first on another pickoff, but Tucson able to just get in ahead of the tag. The second baseman, Nate Sutton, is waiting on deck. And again, McNiven to throw over, and he got him at first base. Picked off Drew Tucson. Another close play, but the base umpire over there, Brett Robson, with the out call. Again, we're working with the official California League umpires today for the first time this year. And McNiven persistent, able to get the pickoff. So 1 out, the pitch to Duff, a swing and a liner right to Tim Hutting at third, and he makes the catch, barely having to move. A soft line drive off the bat of Duff. And just like that, 2 outs.
Check the Ron Robbie ad in your scorecard. It's the Ron Robbie ad in your scorecard is autographed by Nick Carrera, one of our starting pitchers. You've just won $20 in Ron Robbie gasoline. Go to the customer service table to claim your prize. Again, that's Nick Carrera's autograph on the Ron Robbie ad in your scorecard.
Here is the second baseman, Nate Sutton, batting left-handed. Sutton on the first pitch, grounds one softly up the middle. A diving attempt by Menikazi. It deflects off of his glove into shallow center. Sutton not stopping around first, headed for second, and he'll make it in with a slide. A hustle double there for Nate Sutton. Not hitting that ball hard, rolling it up the middle, and Menikazi ranging well to his right. A diving attempt, and he got the end of his glove on that ball, and it slowed it up as it trickled out into shallow center field. And Sutton, who does run well, spends some time in the leadoff spot in the order on this team, never hesitated around first. And he's put himself in a scoring position. As the top of the order now at the plate, Josh LeBlanc. McNiven will spin and take a throw to second, chasing Sutton back to the bag. LeBlanc struck out swinging to lead off this ball game, and on the first pitch he rolls one foul down the third base line, squibbing it off the end of his bat. Hutting couldn't get to it, but fortunately for the Giants, just foul. And it's 0-1.
Fans during this break in the action, check your bingo cards. Here are the second inning bingo numbers. And 44. And 44.
Second consecutive game, a Giants right-handed pitcher has picked up a pickoff.
40.
Anthony Moreno accomplished the feat early yesterday
And G.
in the 13-5 win.
G.
And McNiven able to come through here in the third inning, getting Tucson. And a big play with Sutton doubling here later in the frame. Pitches outside to LeBlanc, a fastball, and it's 1-1. 2 hits here for the Quakes in this third inning, their first 2 hits of the afternoon. Still looking for our first run. The 1-1 pitch is swing and a foul back behind home plate. 1-2 to Josh LeBlanc, hitting just .222 on the year, averaging more than 1 strikeout per game played. This Quakes team does strike out quite a bit up and down the lineup. As the 1-2 is swing and a line drive, base hit in the left field past Marcus Sanders. Around third is Sutton. Here comes the throw from Sosa to the plate, and it's not in time, as Sutton with a feet-first slide just ahead of the throw from Sosa. It's an RBI single for Josh LeBlanc, and the Quakes are on the board. It's 1-0. So the hustle play from Nate Sutton to move himself into scoring position pays off and leads to a run. As LeBlanc, a good approach there with 2 outs, 2 strikes, going the other way and lining one sharply into left. There's a throw to first base to check on LeBlanc. So the Quakes able to score the first run of this ball game to take an early 1-0 lead. The batter is Cliff Remley, a left-handed hitter. He grounded out back in the first, as again McNiven will throw over and LeBlanc in standing up. Center fielder Pat Dobson shaded Remley about 20-25 steps in the left center, as the first pitch is swung on and popped foul along the left side and out of play, headed towards the barbecue area here at Municipal Stadium for strike 1. An exaggerated shift from Dobson in center. Sosa in left also shaded towards the line. Right fielder Bowker playing off the line. A lot of room still in right center and down the right field line. The Giants expecting Remley to go to the opposite way here. And the ball hit to the outfield. McNiven a turn, a throw to first, and LeBlanc is in safely. Rancho Cucamonga in the midst of a 10-game road trip. And it has been a rough trip thus far, just 1-4. That one victory coming against the Giants on Friday night. As McNiven a long pause, he'll snap a throw over to first, and LeBlanc back in with that head-first dive. Rancho was swept by Visalia 3 straight earlier this week at Recreation Park, and the offense really struggled for the Quakes, scoring just 1 run. There goes the runner. Pitch is swung on and line to center right at Pat Dobson. Back just a couple of steps, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So the defense in the outfield, in terms of positioning, paying off for San Jose, is Remley hitting that ball hard, but nothing to show for it. And the inning is over. The Quakes leave a man on in the 3rd, but they do pick up 1 run on 3 hits. 2.5 complete here at Municipal Stadium. It's Rancho Cucamonga 1 and the Giants nothing.
Dobson.
9-1-2 due up for the Giants here in the bottom of the 3rd, trailing 1-0. Facing the hard-throwing right-hander Jose Arredondo, the first pitch is swung on and missed by Dobson. Dobson yesterday 0 for 4. One of just 2 starters along with Brian Horwitz not to pick up a base hit. And Dobson only 3 for his last 25 as he swings through a 95-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 2. The season average for Dobson down to 246, a home run, 24 RBIs. Batting right-handed. And the 0-2 from Arredondo, swing and a miss. Strike 3, took a little off that fastball. Up above the zone, a 3-pitch strikeout gets Dobson. And with 1 down now, back at the top of the order in Marcus Sanders. 3 strikeouts for Arredondo. The league leader in the California League in that category. Entered play a full 11 strikeouts ahead of Dan Christensen of the High Desert Mavericks. And adding to that total this afternoon. First pitch to Marcus Sanders is a fastball strike on the inside corner. 94 miles an hour. It's 0-1. Giants had a couple of base runners in the first. A double from Jennings, a walk to Cordito, both with 1 out, as Sanders takes strike 2, a breaking ball. But Carlos Sosa bouncing into a fielder's choice, and Mark Minikazi going down on strikes ended that rally. Giants haven't had a base runner since as Sanders takes strike 3, a breaking ball over the middle. No argument there from Sanders. He is down on 3 pitches. 6 pitches, all strikes, and a pair of strikeouts for Arredondo here to begin this ball game, or begin the bottom of the 3rd, I should say. 2 down for Todd Jennings. Jennings, that only hit thus far for the Giants when he scorched one down the left field line, a double. And he backs away from a slider. Ball 1, 1-0. Arredondo struck out 11 batters, a season high, 2 starts ago against Lancaster, the final day of May. Breaking ball, strike 1 into Jennings. His last time out in Visalia, struck out 6 in 7 innings, allowed just 3 hits and 3 runs. There's a fastball strike on the outer corner. knee high to Jennings. I think he thought it was low. 96 miles an hour from Arredondo, and it's 1-2. If Jennings can reach Cordito with that here in the inning, Giants are down 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Arredondo now, a sign he likes, but taking too much time as Jennings will call time and step out of the box. Jennings at 285 on the year, a right-handed batter, and the 1-2 pitch, he swings and pops it up shallow center field. Moving out is the second baseman Sutton, and with plenty of room, he'll reach up and make the catch, and the side is retired. So 8 in a row set down by Jose Arredondo, showing exactly why he is one of the top pitchers in this California League. We move to the fourth. Quakes still lead the Giants 1-0. Fourth inning, it's 1-0 Rancho Cucamonga as Freddy Sandoval leads it off against Brooks McNiven, and McNiven starts him with a curveball that's well high, 1-0 the count. Sandoval batting third in the order, struck out in the first inning. Batting from the left side, he swings at the 1-0 and lifts a high, lazy fly ball to left field. Moving to his right, Carlos Sosa, and with room, he reaches up and makes the catch. Sandoval's retired, one away. Giants will enjoy an off day tomorrow before they open up a 3-game series against South Division leading Inland Empire on Tuesday night. Inland Empire making their only visit of the year to Municipal Stadium. As Pat Riley takes a strike on the inside corner from McNiven. The 66ers, a Seattle Mariners affiliate. Right now a 4-game lead over 3 different teams in that South Division race as Riley swings and misses. Good changeup there from McNiven. Really haven't seen that yet from Brooks today. And he fooled Riley for strike 2. High Desert, Lake Elsinore, and the Quakes all an even 31-31. And one of those 3 teams trying to catch fire the last week here of the first half. As the 0-2 to Riley is outside a fastball. Good 0-2 pitch there for McNiven. Inland Empire today hosting Lancaster, a ball game that'll get started in about 10 minutes in San Bernardino. Check swing on a breaking ball in the dirt. And Riley able to hold up for ball 2. Giants with 3 against Inland Empire Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The Thursday game will be an afternoon game here at Municipal Stadium. Note the time at 12:45. Fastball is high and away to Riley, and from 0-2, McNiven now has gone to 3-2. And then it'll be the Bakersfield Blaze in town next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to wrap up the first half. As a 3-2 pitch is grounded to first on a backhand, Cordito fields, and a race to the bag just in time to get the hustling Riley for the second out of the inning. So Cordito in his tracks, going down into a backhand. Able to make the play cleanly. 2 up, 2 down in the fourth. And here is Sean Rodriguez, the Quake shortstop. The Giants, if they are going to clinch this first half title, will do it here at home. Just the 6 games remaining after today. First pitch to Rodriguez. Breaking ball low, 1-0. Bakersfield continuing to add to their lead at home against Modesto today. It's 5-0 in the bottom of the fourth. As Rodriguez, a ground ball foul down the third base line for strike one. Modesto has won the first 2 games of that series. Combined with Thursday's win over the Giants, the Nuts have taken 3 in a row. And they are certainly in full desperation mode trying to catch the Giants in this first half. As Rodriguez is swinging, he just got a piece of a fastball, fouling one right at home plate for strike 2. Stockton has an early 3-0 lead at home against Visalia. Trent Peterson, the left-hander, on the mound for the Ports. That game very early, bottom of the third. 1-2 breaking ball, and it just missed high. Slider there for McNiven. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Giants are down 1-0. The top of the fourth inning. 2 outs, nobody on, and the 2-2 to Rodriguez. A swing and a line drive on the left field line. Sosa on the move, and he's not going to get to it. It's a fair ball as it pinballs around in the corner. Rodriguez around first, digging for second. A big turn at second, but he'll wisely stop there as the throw comes into third base from Sosa. A 2-out double for Sean Rodriguez. And just 1 hit in his previous 17 at-bats. But he rifled that one into the corner. The 4th hit of the day for Rancho. And the Quakes will try to rally with 2 outs now as the designated hitter, Ben Johnson, climbs in the box. Johnson, a .246 hitter this year, was robbed of a hit in the second inning, a line drive that was caught by the leaping Sanders at short. As Johnson takes a fastball 91 miles an hour below the zone for ball 1. McNiven working from the stretch position. The right-hander set the 1-0 pitch, and that one catches the outside corner, a fastball. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Rodriguez, a leadoff of second base. The 1-1 pitch, a swing and a ground ball through the hole on the right side, a base hit. Rodriguez being waved around third. Here comes Bowker's throw to the plate. It's not in time and up the third base line. Scoring with a slide is Rodriguez. It's an RBI single for Ben Johnson as he finds a hole on the right side of the infield. And it gives the Quakes a 2-0 lead. So Rancho able to strike here with 2 outs in this top of the fourth. A couple of well-struck base hits. Rodriguez pulling one into the left field corner, and Johnson also pulling a McNiven pitch through the hole on the right side. Bowker coming up throwing, but was not in time to get Rodriguez. Also an offline throw to the plate. And so the inning continues as Drew Toussaint, who singled lead off the third inning, stands in the box. And the first pitch from McNiven is a fastball that tails low and away, 1-0. The San Francisco Giants today have an early 1-0 lead over the Pittsburgh Pirates up at AT&T Park. The strength of a Ray Durham solo homer. They're in the top of the fourth with Jason Schmidt on the mound. There's a breaking ball on the inside corner. Called strike 1 to Toussaint. Schmidt coming off the complete game victory over Florida earlier this week. Struck out 16 batters. Off to another good start today. The 1-1 is inside and it hits him. Toussaint nowhere to go on that fastball. Right around his midsection there, and McNiven
Number 10.
Doesn't hit many batters, just the second in over 40 innings now on the year. Losing control of that fastball, and the Quakes now with 2 runners on, 2 outs for Tim Duff. The San Francisco Giants are trying to avoid losing that series to the Pirates. Pittsburgh has taken 2 of the first 3 as Toussaint over at first base walking this one off. Looks like he's going to be okay. Giants are tied for 3rd in the NL West with the San Diego Padres. Both the Giants and Padres are 2 games back of the front-running LA Dodgers and Arizona Diamondbacks. All 4 teams currently playing games in progress as Duff a swing and a chopper to third, but that one will roll foul. Picked up by Tim Hudding for strike 1. Arizona is hosting the New York Mets at Chase Field with Pedro Martinez on the mound, and the Mets striking for 3 runs in the top of the first inning. Some early run support. They're in the bottom half now, 3-0 score. San Diego and Florida are 2-2 in the bottom of the second down at Petco Park with the Florida Marlins. The 0-1 pitch from McNiven, a called strike 2 on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 to Duff. Matt Kemp has homered twice for LA, the rookie who's playing very well with the Dodgers, his first 2 major league homers at Coors Field. And the Dodgers lead the Rockies 4-3 in the top of the 7th. The 0-2 pitch, fastball is off the outside corner. Duff thought about it, but able to hold up on a swing. It's 1-2. Two on, 2 out here for the Quakes as McNiven set the 1-2 pitch. Duff a swing and a roller on the right side. That'll get through, a base hit. Johnson around third. He will score. The throw from Bowker into third base, and it's not in time to get Toussaint, who moves up there on the base hit from Duff. Break there for McNiven. Hit a good 1-2 pitch, and Duff just reaching out, rolling one on the right side. And it found a hole, and it gives the Quakes a 3-0 lead, and that'll prompt a visit from Jim Bennett, Giants pitching coach. A walk out to the mound. McNiven, the quick 2 outs here in this 4th inning, but now 4 consecutive base runners for Rancho Cucamonga. Rodriguez the double, followed by Johnson's sharp single to right to score a run. After Toussaint was hit by a pitch, Duff then rolling one through the right side to score Johnson for a 3-0 lead. Bennett heading back into the dugout and will resume play with the number 9 batter, Nate Sutton. Sutton, a left-handed hitter, doubled and scored in the 3rd. Bats with runners on at the corners, 2 down, and a 3-0 lead. Slider is low and inside from McNiven, 1-0 the count. One other National League game in progress in Milwaukee, bottom of the 9th. Jason Isringhausen on the mound for the Cardinals, trying to finish up that ball game at 7-5. St. Louis leads it. 1-0 pitch, a fastball, and it misses low. 2-0 now to Sutton. Hall, Weeks, and Fielder have all homered in that ball game for the Brewers, but right now not enough. McNiven laboring here in this 4th inning. The 2-0 pitch, a swing and a line drive, base hit into center field, falling in front of Dobson. Scoring from 3rd is Toussaint. Duff moves up to 2nd. It's an RBI single for Nate Sutton. And the Quakes' 2-out rally continues. It's 4-0.
Number 17, center fielder, Josh LeBlanc.
So the bottom of this Rancho Cucamonga lineup getting to McNiven here in the 4th inning. And the Giants now with an uphill battle facing Rancho's ace, Arredondo, in this ball game. It's the lineup card will turn over for LeBlanc, and on the first pitch, he lines one into left center. That's a base hit. Cutting it off is Dobson as Duff makes the turn at 3rd. The throw to the plate, and they got him at home. Tim Duff trying to score from 2nd, and what a throw from Pat Dobson all the way on a fly to Todd Jennings. A high tag, but ruled in time by Michael Lusky, the home plate umpire. And that'll retire the side. So McNiven getting some help from his defense. Dobson to Jennings. And San Jose gets the out at the plate. But the Quakes do strike for 3 runs on 5 hits in that top of the 4th. We're through 3.5 here at Municipal Stadium. It's Rancho Cucamonga 4 and the Giants nothing. Home half of the 4th, and the Giants now find themselves in a 4-0 hole. As Jose Arredondo on the mound, and the first pitch to Julio Cordido is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Arredondo has retired 8 Giants hitters in a row, just 1 hit allowed in his first 3 innings. Giants with 3, 4, and 5. Cordido, Sosa, and Menikazi to bat here in this inning. Is Julio a good swing and a foul back to the screen. It's now an 0-2 count. Wrapping up that National League scoreboard, they've just gone final in Houston, and the Astros crushing Atlanta 14-4. Eric Munson homering twice for Houston. Jason Lane also with a long ball as Cordido swings and misses. A high fastball couldn't catch up to that 94-mile-an-hour heater. And Arredondo picks up his 5th strikeout of the day. Earlier finals, Washington shut out Philadelphia 6-0. Ward and Fick both homering for the Nationals, and it was Chicago knocking off Cincinnati 9-3. Pitch is low and outside to Carlos Sosa, 1-0. Bill Nevin homering in that ball game for the Cubs, recent addition to that team. A 1-0 pitch swung on and missed by Carlos Sosa, and it's 1-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. The Quakes out hitting the Giants by an 8-1 margin. Neither team has committed an error. Is the 1-1. Breaking ball missing well high and away to Sosa. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Arredondo has that excellent fastball and has been using it frequently here tonight. Has been inconsistent with that slider, but it hasn't mattered so far. The 2-1 pitch, there's the fastball, and it's fouled up over the seating area on the left side and well back out of play for strike 2. He continues to struggle with that breaking ball. We'll see if the Giants maybe can catch up to the fastball here in the middle to late innings. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you're throwing at 95. Hitters won't be able to catch up to that. Can get it to a corner. Arredondo out of the line. The 2-2 to Sosa. Fastball jams him. He rolls it to short. Fielding it is Rodriguez. A very cool and calm feel, and a throw across is in time. Sosa is retired, 2 away. Sosa getting sawed off on that inside fastball. He just kind of skipped it to short. Rodriguez able to make the play. So 2 down here in the 4th inning for Menikazi. Giants with the left-hander Nathan Pendley up in their bullpen. See if he comes in here to begin the 5th. First pitch is high and in to Menikazi, 1-0. Menikazi stepped to the plate of the first inning with runners at the corners and 2 outs, and he struck out on 3 pitches. Batting here in the 4th, and he backs away from an inside pitch. It's 2-0. Menikazi was just 4 for his last 37 entering play yesterday when he picked up a couple of hits, one of which was a home run. Swings right through a fastball there from Arredondo. It's 2-1. John Bowker waiting on deck. 2 outs, nobody on here in the home half of the 4th. And the 2-1 pitch to Menikazi is inside, a fastball near his hands. And it's a 3-ball, 1-strike count here to the Giants' second baseman. Outfield shaded Menikazi well to the opposite way. And the 3-1 pitch is in the dirt, ball 4. A fastball. Menikazi lays off the second walk of the afternoon from the Quakes right-handed starter. And it breaks up a string of 10 in a row that had been retired by Arredondo. What a great afternoon for baseball here at Municipal Stadium. Wind is blowing out to left center, and ball should be carrying pretty well here today. Partly cloudy skies and the crowd on hand at the ballpark. First pitch to John Bowker is swung on and popped up left field line. A long run for Riley, the left fielder. Rodriguez and Sandoval also giving it a look, but none of the 3 players will get to it, as it bounces a row deep into the bleachers down that left field line for strike 1. Arredondo now at 55 pitches on the night through 3 2/3. And an uphill climb for the Giants here against the Quakes ace. Back on May the 26th against Stockton, Arredondo carried a no-hitter into the 8th inning. Struck out 9 batters. And 8 full with just 1 hit allowed. And the 0-1 pitch is low and away, a fastball to John Bowker. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And a converted infielder. The Angels have to be very excited with what they are seeing from Arredondo through the first half of this season. The pitch on the way is outside. The change up to Bowker, it's 2-1. You have that kind of a live arm. I was surprised to see the transition made from shortstop to the pitcher's mound. And Arredondo having a breakout season here in 2006. A high set from the right-hander. And now he'll turn and throw over to first. And back in safely is Menikazi. Menikazi has just 2 stolen bases on the year. He's 2 for 3. Being held on by Cliff Remley. Giants looking for their first hit since the first inning. Down 4-0 in the bottom of the 4th. The 2-1 pitch to Bowker is swung on and lined in the left field. That'll drop in for a hit. Riley over to plate on a couple of hops as Menikazi moves up to second. He'll stop there. Bowker going the opposite way. A sharp line drive to left. And there is that first hit since the first, and the Giants with a 2-out rally trying to match Rancho's 2-out rally in the top half of this inning, as Quakes pitching coach Eric Bennett will jog out to the mound to settle down Arredondo. Arredondo only pitched 2 innings in his start against the San Jose Giants back on May the 16th. Did not allow a hit in those 2 innings, 1 run allowed, but it's the Quakes coaching staff a bit frustrated with his attitude out there on the mound. The kind of body language he was putting forth, and didn't seem very interested to start. The Quakes didn't mess around. They took him out. Giants went on to win that ball game. In fact, they skipped over Arredondo for his next scheduled start. He came back next time out over Memorial Day weekend, and that was that start against Stockton. We took a no-hitter into the eighth, responding really to the challenges from the coaching staff as Tim Hutting in the box takes a breaking ball low. Arredondo still very new to the pitching game. A lot of it is mental more than physical. He's got such an incredible arm. The 1-0 pitch is inside to Hutting, and now the Giant third baseman's ahead in the count 2-0. Like a change up there. Giants with a rally here in the bottom of the fourth. Mark Menikazi, who walked, is at second. Bowker, who singled, is on at first. San Jose trying to cut into this 4-0 Quakes lead. Arredondo a high set, the 2-0 pitch, and a fastball is low for ball three. 3-0 the count. If Hutting can reach, Mike Wagner would bat next. Outfield again shaded a Giants right-handed batter well to the opposite way. Big gap in left center here for Hutting. He grounded out his first trip to the plate. The 3-0 pitch, and Hutting takes. It's a strike. Fastball knee high at 94 miles an hour. 3-1 the count. 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth for the Quakes. Giants have yet to score here today. 2 on, 2 out. Arredondo a high set. The 3-1 pitch to Hutting, and a called strike 2 on the outside corner. Hutting didn't think so. Pitch looked to be a couple of inches off the plate, but a good pitcher's pitch there. Duff framing it there for the home plate umpire. And so the count is run full here at 3-2. So runners will be off on the pitch. 3-2, 2 out. Menikazi from second, Bowker from first. Arredondo staring in for his sign. He's now set. A look back at second. Runners go. The payoff pitch, and it's grounded foul. Headed towards the Quakes dugout along the third base side. And we'll do the 3-2 all over again. Hutting hit under 200, his brief stint up in AAA that ended earlier this week. Batting at .293 in a San Jose Giant uniform this year. He started the season in the California League. Good utility player. Seen action at second, third, and shortstop. A natural shortstop. Again, the runners go. The 3-2 pitch, it's swung on, and a high fly ball deep right center, but playable for LeBlanc. Moving back, a lot of room out there, and he makes the catch. And the side is retired. So Hutting put a good charge behind that ball, but wrong part of the ballpark, and LeBlanc had him played perfectly. And the side is retired. No runs, a hit, 2 left for the Giants. 4 in the books here at Municipal Stadium. It is Rancho Cucamonga 4, and the Giants nothing.
Happy birthday.
Giants have gone to the bullpen here to begin the top of the fifth as the left-hander Nathan Pendley has come on, facing Cliff Remily, and Remily swings and misses, a lefty versus lefty matchup. Count is 0-1. Pendley in relief of Brooks McNiven. McNiven started strong, no base runners in the first 2 innings, but then the Quakes striking for 4 runs on 8 hits over the third and fourth. McNiven did not walk a batter, struck out 3 during his stint on the mound as Remily takes outside for a ball. It's 1-1. 3 of those runs in the fourth inning, and they were all with 2 outs. 6 consecutive runners reaching base safely against McNiven. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball, Remily over the top of it, and it's 1-2. Nathan Pendley, a recent addition to this Giants team, joined the ball club at the beginning of that lengthy road trip. As the 1-2 pitch to Remily, swing and a miss, strike 3, breaking ball in the dirt. Jennings picks it up and fires it down to first. Records the out. Quickly 1 down in this top of the fifth inning for Sandoval. And Pendley has thrown very well. 3 relief appearances before today's action, and he's allowed just 2 hits and 1 run in 6 innings. A couple of walks and 9 strikeouts. And the first pitch to Sandoval is outside, ball 1, and Pendley has quickly become the go-to lefty for Len Sakata out of this bullpen. We'll try to keep the Giants within 4 runs here today. Is yet to see action in this series as a fastball is in the dirt, bounces past Jennings. 2-0 the count. Pendley was a member of the San Jose Giants last year, first couple of months, and had an ERA at 1.86, and had allowed just 7 hits in 19 innings. Very difficult to hit. Jennings is going to go out and talk to Pendley here. But Pendley on the shelf for the remainder of the season, starting in about late May, with some discomfort in his elbow. Had to undergo Tommy John surgery. Got a year-long recovery time there, but just a year to the day back with the Giants, and he's throwing well. The 2-0 to Sandoval is grounded in between first and second and out into right field. That's a base hit. Finds a hole on the right side, the 9th hit for the Quakes today. And the runner is on for Pat Riley. Riley is 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs, 1 back to the mound and 1 over to Cordito at first base. Another lefty versus lefty matchup. Sandoval lead off of first. Quakes lead 4-0. First pitch from Pendley is low and away, 1-0. Pendley, 23 years of age, a 19th round draft pick out of Oregon State in 2004. The 1-0 pitch is high and in to Riley, 2 balls and no strikes. Pendley's alma mater very much alive in the NCAA baseball tournament. The College World Series gets underway next week. The 2-0 pitch, and it's low and away, didn't miss by much, ball 3. One of those college games yesterday involving South Carolina and Georgia saw South Carolina hit back-to-back-to-back-to-back-to-back home runs as Riley takes high, ball 4, and 2 runners on now for the Quakes with just 1 out. 5 consecutive home runs. I know you're using an aluminum bat in college, but that is an incredible feat, especially in a playoff game, and it tied an NCAA record. Five homers on, I believe, 9 pitches, if I remember correctly. Runners go, at least the runner from second, pitches outside to Rodriguez, throw to third, and it's not in time. Sandoval, maybe going on his own there, seeing something from Pendley, and he went on the pitch to the plate. And Jennings, a throw down to third, was not in time, so a stolen base for Sandoval. His 13th of the year, which leads this team, and the Quakes now with runners on at the corners and just the one out. 1-0 to Rodriguez. Power hitting shortstop, and the pitch from Pendley is high and away, 2-0, and now Pendley has missed with 6 consecutive pitches to the plate after the Sandoval single. And the Quakes threatening to add to their 4-0 lead. The lefty set and the 2-0 pitch. And that one is well off the outside corner. Ball 3. 3-0 now to Rodriguez. Giants were in control through the entire game yesterday. As the 3-0 pitch is low and in, ball 4. 8 consecutive pitches out of the zone from Pendley. That has loaded the bases for Ben Johnson. And before he gets a chance to hit, here comes Jim Bennett, Giants pitching coach. And that'll prompt more action in the bullpen for San Jose. Giants at one point had a 12-1 lead yesterday en route to the 13-5 victory. A complete opposite from what happened on Friday night. Giants had 8 hits Friday, but could not push across any runs. 3 Quakes pitchers, led by the starter Amalio Diaz, shutting out the Giants in that 3-0 ball game. It's been more of the same today. The Quakes enjoying the good fortunes. Up 4-0. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Giants. And the bases are loaded. As Bennett's back into the dugout. Ben Johnson on the first pitch, grounds one to second, could be 2. Menikazi to Sanders for 1, back to first, and a double play. So Pendley on one pitch gets the 4-6-3 double play, tailor-made, and the inning is over. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Wagner, Dobson, and Sanders due up for the Giants. San Jose trails. It's 4-0. Bottom of the 5th inning, 4-0. The Giants are trailing the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Nathan Pendley able to get the double play. Work himself out of the bases loaded jam in the top of this inning. As Mike Wagner takes a breaking ball inside from Arredondo, 1-0. Giants trying to get the bats going, though. Just 2 hits. There's 4 innings against Arredondo. Right-hander to the plate. The 1-0 pitch is popped up foul over the screen and out of play. And it's 1-1. In Bakersfield, the Blaze able to add to their lead to make it a 6-0 ball game with a run at the bottom of the 4th. but the lead is no more. The Nuts have scored 6 runs in the top of the 5th, capped off by a Justin Nelson 3-run homer as Wagner swings and misses for strike 2. That came just now into the bottom of the 5th, and a 6-6 tie. And not good news there for the Giants, with San Jose right now trailing as Wagner swings and bounces one foul down the third base line. Still a 1-2 count. The Giants DH. San Jose's magic number at 4 over the Nuts to clinch the first half North Division title. Combination of Giants wins or Modesto losses to equal 4. It's a 5-game lead. The start of play this afternoon. Pitches high to Wagner, a fastball, and it's 2-2. That Modesto Bakersfield series will actually continue tomorrow. A wraparound set, the 4th and final game at Samblin Ballpark. Giants are not in action tomorrow, as the 2-2 is lined down the left field line, but foul. Soft liner off the end of Wagner's bat, and just out in front of it. The count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Both the Giants and the Nuts will be playing home games all next week. Modesto against a pair of South Division teams, Lancaster and Lake Elsinore. Giants will host Inland Empire and Bakersfield. 2-2 is outside a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and Wagner has worked the count full. Good at-bat here will be pitch number 8 upcoming. Wagner struck out swinging in the second inning. He is 0 for 1 today, batting .256 on the year. Arredondo out of the line. The payoff pitch is swung on and fouled again back over the screen. And it's still 3-2. Arredondo, a sign he likes. The payoff pitch and a breaking ball called strike 3 on the outside corner. Wagner doesn't like it as he shares a few words for Michael Lusky, our home plate umpire. Kind of a late call, borderline pitch. Arredondo gets the strike 3 though for the first out here in this 5th inning. His 6th strikeout of the day as Pat Dobson shows bunt on the first pitch. Pulls back and takes a ball low. And one of the few times that he's really been able to locate that breaking ball, and he froze Wagner, which may have been low also, as Dobson takes inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, it is the first out here in the inning. Dobson struck out on 3 pitches in the 3rd. And the 2-0 is on the inside corner for a called strike 1. Again, the first game with the normal California League umpires. The minor league umpire work stoppage ended a few weeks ago. As the 2-1 is outside to Dobson, 3-1, and using a umpiring crew of 3 throughout the entire first 2 months of this season. Replacement umpires until this afternoon. Back to just the 2. As the 3-1 is high and in. Arredondo missing badly with a fastball. A 5-pitch walk to Pat Dobson. And a runner is on now for Marcus Sanders. Sanders, the leadoff spot in this lineup, is 0 for 2 today. He's grounded to third and has struck out looking. A .217 hitter on the year. Sanders with 21 stolen bases has the excellent speed. That's second in the California League. The first pitch to Sanders, a swing and a ground ball foul down the third base line. Just foul. Home plate umpire Lusky coming out and signaling there. Sanders just out in front of a pitch. Down in the count here at 0-1. Chance to update some of those American League scores here today. The Oakland A's got a win in New York come from behind 6-5, defeating the Yankees. Pitches high and in, runner going down to second to throw, and Dobson is out. Thrown out by the catcher Duff as Sutton applies the tag. Very close play. Didn't look like Dobson quite agreed with that call, but gunned down by Duff for the second out of this inning. So Lincecata trying to make something happen on the bases by sending Dobson. But now 2 outs and the base is clear. The 1-1 to Sanders is a breaking ball strike over the top part of the zone. It's 1-2. Dan Johnson homered twice in that ball game for Oakland. Nick Swisher also hit his 17th. Made a winner out of Barry Zito. As Sanders on the 1-2 drives a high fly ball left center field, but in the ballpark is LeBlanc, the center fielder, moving to his right, and he makes the catch, retiring the side. No runs or hits, nobody left for the Giants. Pat Dobson thrown out trying to steal. San Jose just 2 hits, no runs up on the board through 5 innings against Arredondo. We move to the 6th here on this Sunday afternoon at Municipal Stadium. It is Rancho Cucamonga 4 and the Giants nothing. Sixth inning, Drew Toussaint leads it off for the Quakes, and the first pitch from Nathan Pendley is in for his strike. It's 0-1. Pendley at the bases loaded, 1 out in the 5th. A visit from Jim Bennett, pitching coach, and the very next pitch he threw, he rolled up the 4-6-3 double play. As Toussaint takes outside, it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Toussaint, Duff, and Sutton bottom third in the order to face Pendley. There's the 1-1, a swing and a ground ball past the mound near second. Sanders at shortstop fields, and a throw over to first is in time to get Toussaint 1 away. So Pendley continues to roll up the grounders. 1 down, and here is Tim Duff. Duff has a single and 2 trips, an RBI hit in the 4th. Really the decisive inning in this ball game so far is the Quakes striking for 3 runs, all with 2 outs against Brooks McNiven. Turning a 1-0 game into a 4-0 contest as Duff takes outside for ball 1. Duff batting at just 143 entering play this afternoon as he jumps out of the way from an inside fastball from Pendley. It's 2-0. Pendley with a fastball in the upper 80s. Had the great numbers with the Giants last year. Struggle with his control at times. As the 2-0 pitch is down low for ball 3. 3-0 now to Tim Duff. With 1 out, nobody on here at the top of the 6th inning. Pendley out of the windup. And the 3-0 pitch right over the middle. Duff taking all the way. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Bentley working quickly out of the line, and the 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Challenged him with a fastball, and the count is run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Left-handed hitting Nate Sutton on deck. Here's the payoff pitch. It's swung on and a foul tip right at home plate. Duff just got a piece of that outside fastball, and he stays alive. That Oakland game over New York, the A's actually completing a sweep of the Yankees. They move up over 500 on the year. Big weekend, the team across the bay. 3-2 pitch, strike 3 called on the inside corner. Freezes Duff. And Pendley able to come back from down 3-0 to get the strikeout. 2 down here in the 6th inning for Nate Sutton. Sutton has had an excellent day in the number 9 spot of the order. He's 2 for 2, doubled and scored in the 3rd. And then an RBI single in the 4th. That's with an open stance, and Pendley's first pitch is low and away for ball 1. Oakland trying to catch the Texas Rangers in the AL West. The Rangers lost today in Boston. As Sutton swings and bounces one on the right side to his left, Menikazi fields, and a throw on to first is in time. And the inning is over. 1-2-3, the Quakes go down against Pendley in the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th upcoming. Giants are down 4-0.
Once again.
Home half of the 6th as Todd Jennings leads it off, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Good slider there from Arredondo. Count is 0-1. Starting to gain control of that breaking ball, and he fooled Jennings. The 0-1 pitch, Jennings swings and pops it up. Shallow right field. The second baseman Sutton moving back, and he'll reach up and put it away for out number 1. So a quick first out here in the bottom of the 6th for the Giants. Down 4-0. Here is Julio Gordito. Gordito 0 for 1. He's walked and struck out. Batting right-handed, and the first pitch is a breaking ball high and in, 1-0. That Texas-Boston game saw David Ortiz hit a 2-out walk-off home run to defeat the Rangers. 5-4 as Cordito takes low for ball 2. They're playing the second game of that doubleheader at Fenway, and the Rangers letting out some frustrations. Already a 5-0 lead in the bottom of the second. As Cordito takes a strike, it's 2-1. Down in Anaheim, the Angels are trailing to Seattle 6-2. Top of the 8th inning there. Ibanez and Rita both homered for the Mariners. The 2-1 pitch to Cordito is low. Ball 3, 3-1. Arredondo working out of the windup, and the 3-1 pitch, Cordito swings, and it's a high fly ball deep center. LeBlanc moving back. He's at the edge of the track now, stops, reaches up, and makes the catch for out number 2. Well struck ball there off the bat of Julio Cordito, but nothing to show for it on a fly ball to center. 2 down for Carlos Sosa. Other American League Finals, Detroit doubled up Toronto 10-5. The Blue Jays hit 4 home runs in that ball game, but not enough. Pudge Rodriguez, a home run, 5 RBIs for the Tigers in that win. As Carlos Sosa takes strike 1, it's 0-1. Tampa Bay defeated Kansas City 8-2. Johnny Gomes hitting 2 homers for the Devil Rays, his 16th and 17th. Sosa takes strike 2 on the outside corner. Minnesota shutting out Baltimore 4-0 at the Metrodome. Morneau hitting a home run. Former San Jose Giant Francisco Liriano got the win as Sosa swings and misses for strike 3. Down on 3 pitches, and the inning is over. So Arredondo continues to roll, racking up he's picked up 7 here today through 6 full. We move to the 7th here at Municipal Stadium. It's the Quakes 4 and the Giants nothing. It's 4-0. The Quakes lead the Giants. And again, Nathan Pendley back to work for San Jose. Has not allowed a run in 2 innings in relief of Brooks McNiven thus far. And first pitch to LeBlanc is a bunt dropped down the first base line. Cordito trying to pick it up and flip it to Pendley covering. And it's really nowhere close to Pendley as he races over to the bag. An infield hit for LeBlanc is a perfect bunt along the first base side. Cordito, I guess, realizing that he didn't have enough time to actually pick up the baseball and flip it, kind of batted at it over to Pendley, and it didn't work. Well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, as LeBlanc, running well down the line, had it beat. So the leadoff bunt single to start off his 7th inning. And here is Cliff Remley. The Quakes first baseman, Remley, is 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up at 3:08 on the year. There's a throw over to first, checking on LeBlanc. That ball game for Francisco Liriano, the Minnesota Twins, he threw 7 shutout innings, allowed just 1 hit, struck out 6 to pick up the win. He's 5-1 now on the year. Is Remley on the first pitch, a fly ball to straightaway right field. In a couple of steps is John Bowker, and he reaches up above his head and makes the catch. Remley's down on 1 pitch as LeBlanc holds it first, and here is Freddy Sandoval. Another former San Jose Giant, Joe Nathan, pitched a scoreless 9th to end that ball game. Here is Sandoval. Sandoval is 1 for 3, had a single and a stolen base back in the 5th inning. Switch hitter batting right, and Pendley a sidearm pickoff attempt at first base, chasing LeBlanc back to the bag. Joe Rizzo here with you at Municipal Stadium in the top half of the 7th inning. Rancho Cucamonga, 4-0 lead over the Giants in the rubber game of this 3-game set. Runner goes, Pendley over to first. He's got him picked off. Corradito down to Sanders, and he applies the tag on the sliding LeBlanc for the second out of the inning. So LeBlanc going on first movement there from Pendley. The caught stealing goes 1-3-6 for the second out of this top of the 7th. Still waiting for the first pitch here to Freddy Sandoval. Here it comes, and it's on the outside corner. It called strike 1. Quakes won here on Friday. The Giants with the blowout win here yesterday. The 0-1 pitch is outside to Sandoval. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. In Bakersfield, the Blaze, after giving up a 6-0 lead to Modesto, have gone back out in front as Sandoval swings and misses for strike 2. One and 2. Eight to 6, the Blaze now lead it. They've moved to the 7th at Sam Lynn as Sandoval takes outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Modesto scoring 6 runs in the top of the 5th to tie that game. And then Bakersfield came right back with 2 of their own in the bottom of the 5th. There's a 2-2 ground ball to third, a backhanded play for Hutting. He fields a throw in the dirt to first, and Corradito able to scoop it out, backpedaling. Found himself eventually into the coach's box on the first base side, but he was just able to keep his foot on the bag for the out. So Pendley works around the leadoff single, 3 shutout frames out of the bullpen for the left-hander Nathan Pendley. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Giants trail 4-0. Mark Metakazi leads it off for the Giants in the bottom of the 7th, and the first pitch is swung on and popped foul over the screen and out of play for strike one. Giants looking for any sort of offense here against Jose Arredondo, who's up now at 94 pitches through 6+, and the Quakes will get a pitcher up in their bullpen here, just in case, as Metakazi grounds one past the mound. The shortstop Rodriguez moving well to his left onto the outfield grass. He fields and throws to first to get Metakazi one away. So Rodriguez showing off some of his nice range to his left. Was a couple of steps onto the outfield grass when he made that throw across the diamond. 5 in a row now set down by Arredondo. The only hits for the Giants today, Todd Jennings, a 1-out double in the first. And John Bowker, who's batting now, had a 2-out single in the 4th. First pitch to Bowker, a swing and a ground ball, softly hit to second. Charging is Sutton. He fields, and a flip to first is in plenty of time. Bowker is retired, out number 2. So when you're pitching deep into the ballgame, this is exactly what Arredondo wants, some quick outs. Has needed just 3 pitches to set down the first 2 Giants here in this bottom of the 7th. 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Quakes, no runs on just 2 hits, and no errors for San Jose. There is action in the Giants bullpen as well. The right-hander getting loose. First pitch to Tim Hutting is in for a called strike one. Hutting today is grounded to third and flied to center. He's 0 for 2. Batting .293 on the year. Arredondo out of the windup, the 0-1 pitch, and it's taken low and in for a ball, 1-1 the count. The right-hander Justin Hedrick up and throwing for the Giants. The 1-1 pitch to Hutting is swing and a foul, lifted along the right field line and back out of play for strike 2. Mike Wagner waiting on deck. Arredondo has a sign he likes. The right-hander to the plate, and Hutting swings and grounds one right back through the middle and into center field, a base hit. So Hutting got a pitch out over the plate there on 1-2, and he went right back through the box for a single. So Hutting now is 1 for 3. Third hit for the Giants, bringing Mike Wagner to the plate. Wagner has had a tough time against Arredondo today. He struck out swinging in the second, and then had a lengthy at-bat in the 5th. 9 pitches, in fact. Took a 3-2 curveball that he thought was low and away, but was ruled strike 3. Wagner trying to get off the schneid here in this plate appearance, and he takes low a breaking ball from Arredondo, 1-0. Now up over 100 pitches on the afternoon. Arredondo a high set, Hutting a modest lead at first, and the 1-0 is swinging a foul straight back to the screen for strike 1. 1-1 to Mike Wagner. Outfield again, shaded a right-handed batter for the Giants. Well to the opposite way, the center fielder LeBlanc. A good 20-25 steps into right center. Wagner hits the ball to left center here. He'd run forever. The 1-1 pitch. Check swing on a breaking ball in the dirt. He went around, and Hutting too far off the bag at first as Duff throws down, and he got him for the third out of the inning. Hutting maybe thinking that ball got farther away from Duff than what actually happened was about 10 steps off the bag, and Duff picked up the baseball and fired it down in plenty of time to get him for the third out. So in that kind of ball game for the Giants today, again held off the scoreboard, no runs, a hit, nobody left through 7. It's Rancho Cucamonga 4 and San Jose nothing.
Off the Quakes. Left fielder, Pat Ryan.
New pitcher for the Giants as we begin the top of the eighth. It's Justin Hedrick trying to keep it at a 4-run deficit. The Quakes lead San Jose 4-0. And a first pitch fastball is high and away to Pat Riley. Riley, Rodriguez, and Johnson, middle third in the order to face Hedrick, who works from the stretch, and a fastball is swung on and missed for strike one. Hedrick making his 20th appearance out of the bullpen this year for the Giants, a 3-0 record, 3 saves, and a 1.71 ERA. Hedrick with 40 strikeouts in just 31 2/3 innings. And a fastball is swung on and missed by Riley for strike two. The league is hitting an even 200 against Hedrick this season. Has done an outstanding job as a setup man for Brian Anderson. Big reason why the Giants bullpen has had all kinds of success the first 2 months of the year. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Strike three. The splitter gets Riley. And that's the first out of the inning. Hedrick has that devastating split-fingered fastball that he'll often use in two-strike situations. Fastball that will reach high 80s, low 90s on occasion to do a number of different things with the baseball in addition to the fastball and the splitter. A couple of different breaking balls as well. First pitch to Rodriguez. There's a high fastball, but too far up above the zone, 1-0. Brooks McNiven started today and allowed 4 runs on 8 hits in 4 innings. As Rodriguez takes a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Nathan Pendley then came on to not allow a run in his 3 innings of work. 2 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts as Rodriguez lifts a fly ball foul down the right field line and well back out of play for strike 2. So Pendley continues to throw well out of the Giants bullpen in his return from Tommy John surgery. Did a nice job in that 5th inning, getting out of the bases loaded jam. Pitch is in the dirt to Rodriguez and well outside for ball 2, 2-2 the count. Ben Johnson waiting on deck. Hedrick a high set, the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Freezes Rodriguez. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hedrick here in the 8th inning. And that'll Johnson to the plate. Into the bottom of the 7th now in Bakersfield. Still an 8-6 lead for the Blaze. Blaze trying to help the Giants out. Down south. San Jose with a magic number of 4. The start of play this afternoon is Johnson swings and misses a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Couldn't catch up to it for strike 1. Johnson today is 1 for 3, a single, a run scored, and an RBI. It was back in the 4th inning. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Again, a good fastball from Hedrick, well placed on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. The Quakes picking up a single run in the 3rd, 3 runs in the 4th. All of their runs today have been on 2 out base hits. The 0-2 pitch, strike 3 called, fastball over the middle. Johnson knew it, and Hedrick strikes out the side here in the top of the 8th. The Giants will send Wagner, Dobson, and Sanders to the plate in the bottom of the 8th when we return. It's Rancho Cucamonga 4 and San Jose nothing. Joe Rizzo back here at Municipal Stadium, 4-0. The Quakes lead the Giants, bottom of the 8th, and Rancho Cucamonga has brought in a new pitcher. It's right-hander Kevin Lynch. Coming down from the side, and the first pitch to Mike Wagner is a high-bounding ball to third. Playing the hop is Sandoval, and a throw across the diamond is in time. One pitch and one out. Wagner retired to begin this home half of the 8th. So Lynch in relief of Arredondo, the strikeout leader in the California League. And another dominant performance from the Quakes ace. He strikes out 7, walks 3 batters in 7 shutout innings. Allowed just 3 hits. First pitch to Dobson is outside, ball 1. Very impressive performance for Arredondo, in line for his 4th win of the year. If the Giants can't come back, there's a strike over the middle to Dobson. It's 1-1. Dobson against Arredondo today, a strikeout and a walk. He's 0 for 1. The 1-1 pitch is on the outside corner, a called strike 2. Top of the order, and Marcus Sanders waiting on deck. Lynch not a hard thrower, but the unique arm angle down from the side. Breaking ball is low and away to Dobson. It's 2-2. And he's having a great year, a 1.76 ERA in 23 games. Has 1 save and a 2-1 record. The 2-2 pitch is outside, a fastball to Dobson, and the count is full. 33 strikeouts in just 30 2/3 innings for Lynch. And the league batting only .204 against him. And he generally brings up good control to the plate. He's walked only 10 batters. Works from the stretch position. A 3-2 pitch upcoming to Dobson. Here it comes, and it's a breaking ball that's fouled straight back. Dobson having to wait. A slow curve down from the side. So it's still 3-2. No runs in this ball game since the 4th. Giants bullpen has settled things as the 3-2 to Dobson. Down low, ball 4. It just missed. And that's a 1-out walk. The Giants with a base runner now for the top of their order is Marcus Sanders will bat. Sanders is 0 for 3. Has grounded out, struck out, and flied out. .217 his batting average. There is no action right now in either bullpen. First pitch to Sanders is swung on and rolled foul on the third base side for strike 1. Around the National League, the LA Dodgers, after giving up a lead to Colorado, came storming back 2 runs in the top of the 9th at Coors Field for a 6-5 win. As LA tries to take sole possession of first place, Sanders is swinging a foul ball, like off of his foot, as it rolls up the third base line. Sanders on the ground now, just getting up, and that one looked like it stung as he's on his feet, walking around. Motions the trainer away, and he'll be fine. The count is 0-2. The San Francisco Giants scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th to retake the lead over Pittsburgh. It's 4-2 up at AT&T Park. They're in the top of the 7th inning. Ray Durham has a couple of hits, including a home run. Jason Schmidt still in that ball game for the Giants, looking to pick up another win. Lynch is set. The 0-2 pitch to Sanders, a breaking ball, and it's well off the outside corner. 1-2 strike count. The Florida Marlins have moved out in front of San Diego down at Petco. It's 6-2. The Marlins have the lead. They're in the top of the 7th. As Sanders, a check swing on a ball that's inside. They appeal, and he went around. And that's a tough break for Marcus Sanders as he stands right at the home plate area with his hands on his hips. Sanders was trying to get out of the way of that inside pitch. And it was unfortunate because he did bring the bat through the strike zone. And that's what the base umpire, Brett Robson, saw. And it'll be a strikeout recorded by Kevin Lynch. Tough break there for Marcus Sanders. And it's been that kind of day for the Giants. Here this afternoon, they trail 4-0 as Lynch, a check of Dobson over at first. The New York Mets, back of Pedro Martinez, are shutting out Arizona 7-0. Top of the 4th down in Phoenix. First pitch to Jennings is low and in, ball one. Jennings is 1 for 3 at a double. Ripped one down the left field line in the first inning. Since then, he's popped out to second base twice. A .285 average, and now timeout called at home. San Jose has had more than one runner on in an inning just twice today, the first and the fourth. As the 1-0 pitch to Jennings, a breaking ball is low and outside, 2-0. Just 3 hits up on the board. Couldn't solve Jose Arredondo, who has now struck out 92 batters this year in just 68 innings to lead the entire California League. The 2-0 pitch to Jennings is a called strike. Over the middle. 2-1 now to the Giants catcher. Jennings can reach. Julio Cordido at bat next. Dobson, who walked, is over at first, and the 2-1 pitch to Jennings is lifted foul, a pop-up on the right side. And the count will hold at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Giants and the Inland Empire 66ers here on Tuesday night. For an off day tomorrow, 7 o'clock the first pitch. As they throw over to first base, chases Dobson back to the bag. 7 o'clock again on Wednesday. And then a day game Thursday, 12:45. It'll be Inland Empire's only visit to Municipal Stadium this year. The leaders in the South Division. Breaking ball is outside to Jennings, and the count is run full. Inland Empire bringing a 4-game lead down south to start a play today, ahead of 3 clubs. The Mavericks, Storm, and Quakes are all tied. Runner will be off from first here as Lynch is set. The payoff to Jennings, and it's outside, ball 4. Just missed off the corner. A couple of walks here in the 8th from Kevin Lynch. And the Giants now 2 on with 2 out for Julio Cordido. There is a left-hander up and throwing in the Rancho Cucamonga bullpen. But Lynch will be left in here to face the right-handed bat of Cordido. Inland Empire today is trailing early 5-1 in the 3rd inning at home against Lancaster. As Cordido takes a strike on the inner half, it's 0-1. So Rancho Cucamonga with potentially a chance to gain some ground. Still very early down there. And in the 8th inning here in this ball game, Giants try to mount a rally. There's a called strike 2 on the outside corner to Cordido. High Desert is ahead of Lake Elsinore 2-0 in the top of the 5th at the Diamond. The Storm have committed 4 errors in that ball game. Gift wrapping a couple of runs. The 0-2 pitch to Cordido, and it just misses outside a fastball. Lynch coming down from the side. It'll be a tricky at-bat for a right-handed hitter. 1-2 to Julio Cordido. Dobson's at second, Jennings at first. 2 down, 4-0, the Quakes lead. The 1-2, and a breaking ball is well off the outside. Duff coming out of his crouch to grab that one. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. In Stockton, the Ports have a 7-4 lead over Vice. Visalia. That game is in the top of the 8th at Banner Island. 2-2. Back here, the Giants post-game show. San Jose falling to the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes 4-0 as the Quakes take the rubber match of this series. Bad news for the parent club, the San Francisco Giants. They were holding on to a 5-2 lead against the Pittsburgh Pirates up at AT&T Park, but the Pirates have struck for 5 runs in the top of the 8th inning against the Giants bullpen, as Pittsburgh has gone out in front 7-5. Jason Schmidt left that game with the lead, but now the Giants will have to come from behind, or else they are in danger of dropping 3 out of 4 in that series to Pittsburgh. Ray Durham and Moises Salou have homered for the Giants, but again, San Francisco trailing 7-5 in the top of the 8th. Other National League scores in progress in San Diego. The Florida Marlins lead the Padres at 6-3. Bottom of the 8th down there. The New York Mets all over the Arizona Diamondbacks. Pedro Martinez more than enough run support in that game. It's 13-0 New York. Bottom of the 5th inning at Chase Field. Final scores in the National League. The LA Dodgers rallied 2 runs in the top of the 9th to defeat the Colorado Rockies 6-5 at Coors Field. Matt Kemp hitting his first 2 Major League home runs in the winning effort for Los Angeles. Houston crushing Atlanta 14-4. The Braves continue to struggle. Eric Munson homered twice. Jason Lane also a home run there for the Astros in their big win at Minute Maid Park. St. Louis able to hold off the Milwaukee Brewers 7-5 at Miller Park. Hall, Weeks, and Fielder all homering in the loss there for Milwaukee. Jason Isringhausen, his 20th save of the year. The Chicago Cubs knocking off the Cincinnati Reds 9-3 in Cincinnati. Great American Ballpark. Phil Nevin, a recent addition to that Cubs team, hitting his 10th home run of the year. And a final in Washington. The Nationals shut out the visiting Philadelphia Phillies 6-0 as a final score there. In the American League, the Oakland A's complete a sweep of the New York Yankees 6-5. The final in the Bronx. Barry Zito the winner. Houston Street the save. Dan Johnson homering twice for Oakland. Nick Swisher also added an inside the park home run. The Boston Red Sox are in the middle of a doubleheader with the Texas Rangers. In the opener, Boston able to pick up a 5-4 win, 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th, as David Ortiz connecting for a 2-out, 2-strike walk-off home run for that win for the Red Sox. Manny Ramirez also homered for Boston. In Game 2, though, the Texas Rangers in control. It is 5-0. The Rangers lead it. They are in the top of the 6th inning. Other final scores in the American League. Detroit doubled up Toronto 10-5. Pudge Rodriguez a home run and 5 RBIs in that ball game for the Tigers. Tampa Bay knocking off Kansas City 8-2. Johnny Gomes homering twice for the Devil Rays, his 16th and 17th of the year. A couple of former San Jose Giants helping the Minnesota Twins shut out the Baltimore Orioles 4-0. Francisco Liriano went the first 7 innings on the mound, allowed just 1 hit. Joe Nathan a scoreless 9th as the Twins defeat the Orioles at the Metrodome 4-0. And down in Anaheim, a final score, Seattle defeating the LA Angels 6-2. Ibanez and Reed both homering in that ball game there for the Mariners. And then one game to get underway a little bit later on, the Sunday night game of the week. The Chicago White Sox are hosting the Cleveland Indians, a 5 o'clock first pitch at U.S. Cellular Park. In the California League today, all the other action still in progress. Day baseball at Banner Island Ballpark as the Stockton Ports have an 8-4 lead in the bottom of the 8th inning over the Visalia Oaks. Visalia has won 5 games in a row and actually have leapfrogged the Ports for 3rd place in the North Division race. However, if Stockton can hold on to that 4-run lead, they will move back in front of Visalia by a half game. Down south, High Desert is shutting out Lake Elsinore 3-0 in the top of the 6th at the Diamond. Meanwhile, in San Bernardino, Inland Empire is trailing the visiting Lancaster Jethawks 5-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Still lots of baseball left to be played in that one, but if Lancaster can hold on, then Rancho Cucamonga, on the strength of their win today, will move to within 3 games of first in that South Division race. And then in Bakersfield, the Blaze and the Nuts, a wild one. Bakersfield had an early 6-0 lead, only to see Modesto score 6 runs in the top of the 5th to tie it up. The Blaze, though, have gone back out in front. They are into the top of the 9th, with Bakersfield leading 9-7. The Blaze over the Nuts. If Bakersfield can get those final 3 outs, the Giants' lead in the North Division would stay at 5 games. San Jose with just 6 remaining in the first half of play. As of now, the magic number is at 4 over the Nuts. To clinch that first half title, it would drop down to 3 if Bakersfield can get those final 3 outs in their ball game against the Modesto Nuts. Here at Municipal Stadium, though, it was a tough one for the Giants as they fall to the Quakes 4-0. We'll take one final break, come back, and wrap things up right after this. Back one final time here at Municipal Stadium where the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes shut out the San Jose Giants 4-0. The Quakes take this series 2-1. Both of their victories were shutouts, 3-0 on Friday, and the 4-0 win today. The Giants winning the middle contest yesterday, a blowout, 13-5. San Jose's overall record now at 38 wins and 26 losses, still tops in the entire California League. Giants will enjoy an off day tomorrow. They'll continue this homestand on Tuesday night against Inland Empire. We'll have all the coverage for you here on SJGiants.com. 7 o'clock the first pitch against the 66ers, the leaders in the South Division. So both the Giants and the Sixers will have plenty to play for here beginning Tuesday night, Tuesday and Wednesday evenings, and then a 12:45 start on Thursday afternoon. Inland Empire making their only visit of the regular season here to Municipal Stadium. Nick Pereira, the Giants' ace, scheduled to start on Tuesday night against Inland Empire. Well, that'll do it for me here this afternoon at Municipal Stadium. For everyone with the San Jose Giants, I am Joe Rizzo. Thank you for listening. For again, your final here at the ballpark, it was the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes 4 and the San Jose Giants 0. You've been listening to the defending California League champion San Jose Giants on the web at SJGiants.com. So long, everyone, and please do have a good afternoon.